These secret updates changed everything. If you take a look at my brand new legendary Shatterhorn crossbow, which is the best weapon in all of LEGO Fortnite, you'll notice that I don't have Destruction Tier 3 on there. And there's actually a really good reason for that, and I'll talk about that later in the video because it truly is game breaking. Now, we got a hotfix about 2 days ago that actually removed the duplication glitch on both the Rebel workbench and the crafting bench. The way that duplication glitch worked was that you were actually able to make any item in either of these workbenches, and for whatever reason the game wouldn't take any of the materials out of it, which allowed you to make as many items as you wanted. And if you feel as though you miss out on every single duplication glitch, make sure that you guys turn notifications on for the channel so that you never miss another glitch. Now, the good news is that the treasure map duplication glitch does still exist, so to those that have not seen it, if you guys have a treasure map, you stand over the big red X, press your dig with your shovel button, and then quickly drop that map out of your inventory. If you do this quick enough, you can bring out your pickaxe and then break that treasure map with a jump attack and continue to duplicate the items that come out of here by simply picking up that treasure map and doing it all over again. Now, I could be wrong about this, but it does seem like using the shovel in different biomes, whether you have good luck charms on or not, has definitely gotten nerfed. A lot of you guys have already seen that it doesn't matter what type of shovel you're using, you're only going to get one item each time. So even though you're using an epic rarity on your shovel, you're only going to get one snow, or one sand, or one soil. You're no longer getting multiple stacks of it when you guys are using different rarities. The other thing that you guys may have noticed is that using good luck charms actually will give you other items. Something else that I've realized is that even though you have all of these stacked, those amounts that you're getting from these seem to have been nerfed just a little bit. I could be wrong about that, but I'm rarely getting any of these useful items anymore. So now let's talk about some of the bigger changes when it comes to this game mode. When you throw a thermal detonator at any type of respawner inside of a dungeon, it actually doesn't one-hit it, which is definitely a lot different than what we experience when it comes to fighting the Storm King. You could also see that when I throw just a dynamite at one of these, it's the exact same thing. Unfortunately, you don't one-hit them. But that's actually not the surprising fix that we've seen that was actually changed in this game. And what you guys are going to notice is that Destruction Tier 3 no longer works on anything related to the Storm King. So when you guys are trying to fight the Storm King or inside of these dungeons, I actually created a dagger with Tier 3 destruction on it. And even though I'm running up to these respawners and constantly attacking them, something that you'll notice is it doesn't matter how many attacks I do or even you do in game, the Destruction Tier 3 rune has been completely nerfed and no longer works on respawners or the Storm King weak points, which ultimately means that throwing destruction on any type of weapons is completely useless. So now that we found out that Destruction Tier 3 doesn't do any additional help when it comes to fighting the Storm King or inside of the dungeons, while we know that creating Shatterhorn crossbows or sapphire and gold bar crossbows are the best way to build the crossbow, what we don't know now is what the best runes are to place on there. So for myself, I actually threw durability as my 4th rune in replacement of Destruction Tier 3. But I have to ask the comment section, because you guys definitely like to spitball good ideas, what do you guys think is now the 4th best rune to throw onto your weapon if it's not going to be Destruction Tier 3, since it no longer works on the Storm King or anything inside of the dungeon? Now, I obviously could be wrong about this, but some people in my Discord server said that Destruction Tier 3 only works on melee weapons now and not the crossbow. I've tested this out on my sapphire dagger inside of the dungeons, but I've also realized that in the dungeons the respawners are a little bit different, so I'm definitely going to need your guys' help as far as knowing if Destruction Tier 3 actually works on melee weapons, because right now, as far as I know, they absolutely do not work. So while talking about runes, we actually have Berserk Tier 3, which gives you increased sprint speed and jump height for a few seconds when attacking. But if you haven't noticed since the most recent update, we actually already run faster and jump higher, which means that putting Berserk on anything is actually completely pointless. And believe it or not, to take it even further in just weird secret updates, we actually were able to get essence from banana and coconut farms, but again, after the most recent update, we can't get any any essence from these farms. Now, another little update that came to us actually has to do with your Star Wars village. Now, if you don't have this at level 10 and you guys are starting a new world or just haven't explored the Star Wars area, it's actually really nice because you get a lot of free builds, but there is currently a problem where players are unable to upgrade the level 2 Rebel outpost. The current workaround that they have listed is that if you have 3 wooden swords in your inventory before attempting to upgrade the Rebel outpost, you'll still be able to upgrade it. But they do know that this is a problem and have listed this as something that they're in development of trying to fix. Now, I could be wrong here, but I feel like there's so many more little secret updates that happened with the most recent quality of life changes. We know so many that they put inside of the patch notes, but learned very quickly afterwards that there was so much more added. Whether that's items being buffed like what the thermal detonators are, or even items being nerfed like the thermal detonators on the actual Storm King himself, we found that there's so many little secrets that they just never told us. So a video like this I felt was necessary because, well, not a lot of people know about some of these changes or these little tricks that happen within the game. With that being said, we don't have another update for another 2 weeks. We get one on February 21st, which is going to be one of the largest updates right before our major update, because when that update happens, we should see even more quality of life and bug changes that actually come into the game. But more so, on top of that, we are going to get an update to the files, which will then show us what is actually next with our next major content update, which is looking to be released on March 11th when the brand new LEGO Pass releases. So with all of that being said, there's so much to kind of be excited for here with LEGO Odyssey. They just put out a massive quality of life update that had so many things that changed within our game, but then so many little secrets that were added in on top of that. So I look forward to the next update that comes to us. I'm hoping for even more quality of life changes, and then when we get that major content update on March 11th, I'm really looking forward to another big content drop, just like what Odyssey was. And obviously keep in mind, once this update comes in March, it's only 2 months until we get May the 4th on the Star Wars update, assuming they are going to give us another one of those. So we have so much to look forward to right now in LEGO Fortnite. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys know any more secrets, leave them down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, this was Crafty, and I'm out. Peace. But YouTube thinks that you're gonna like that video that's up there in the top left, and you may also want to hit that subscribe button in the top right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.